Hello, and welcome back to It's a Great Day to Be an Autism Mom. Today I want to talk to you guys about something I found when I was doing my endless hours of research. So, first I'll say that being a mom is tough. In my opinion, toughest job in the world. Being an autism mom is tough as well. So I try to stay really up to date with the most current research on autism. So, in my quest for information, I came across an article titled, Does Vitamin D Help Autism? So I was intrigued. And I'll tell you that from what I read and from what I've seen, I would say yes, it helps. I started seeing research about 2 years ago around vitamin D and autism. And I was really curious, so I started to read some more. And I suspected that my own daughter had low vitamin D levels. Her diet is terrible. She's an extremely picky eater. Even though she's on a good vitamin, she doesn't get the vitamin D that she needs. So I decided to reach out to her pediatrician. And her pediatrician told me that I could give her a dose of 600 IUs a day, and she said anything that would be higher would require us to do some blood work. So we really weren't ready for blood work, so we decided that we were going to try the dose that she suggested, but I had to find a liquid because she wouldn't do chewables and she wouldn't do gummies, so liquid was my only choice. I found one on Amazon, and I'll show it to you before we get off the video. I found it on Amazon. It's Carlson's Kids Super Daily D3 Vitamin Drops. Wow, that's long. And a bonus, they are odorless and tasteless. So I started giving her the vitamin D. We still actually give it to her. But after some time, I started to notice a couple things changing, getting better. Still not where they needed to be or where I wanted them to be, but better. And improvement to me was a great thing. She started to make eye contact more often. She also started to respond to her name quicker. And she started to stem less. So she would so her flapping and repetitive arm motions kind of toned down a bit. So sharing this with you guys made me realize that her dose is probably too low. She's been on the same dose for a while, and now she is a teenager, so she probably needs a higher dose. So I contacted her pediatrician, and we are going to go ahead and do a blood test for vitamin D. Every child's different, so please check with your healthcare provider before you do anything with any supplements, including this vitamin D. I'm certainly not a doctor. I'm just telling you what kind of worked for us, and I saw improvement. And such, a really simple thing. So now let me tell you about what I learned from the study, which is really fascinating. And just an FYI, Autism Parenting magazine had an article on autism and vitamin D in their February 2022 edition, so you might want to check that out. So the studies found that after 4 months, the vitamin D significantly improved the core symptoms of autism in 75% of the kids studied, which is huge. They also found out through the study that 14% of kids that they were studying were severely deficient in vitamin D, and 43% were moderately deficient. So across the board, it sounds like it's that kids don't get as much vitamin D as they need. So, on to what I found. Researchers found they assessed vitamin D levels autism severity, social maturity at the beginning and the end of the study. They found after 4 months the following improvements: cognitive awareness, social cognition, and decrease of repetitive movements. And, I was fascinated when I found out what a crucial role vitamin D plays in brain development. It also regulates thousands of coding genes. It also boosts your immune system and promotes calcium absorption for strong bones. So vitamin D is very important. I know that I added it to my regimen, and hopefully with this research that's being done, that these conversations will be conversations that your pediatrician might have with you, as far as what to look for or discuss vitamin D supplements in relationship to your kid's autism. So again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you guys what I experienced, and maybe you should give it a try. And this is the product, if I can find it. Here it is. Carson's Daily Super Daily D3. So Amazon, check it out. See what you think. It's a great day to be an autism mom. Good night.